History remembers empires that conquered the earth, their banners raised, their victories carved into stone, their power preserved through force and fear. But some stories were never meant to survive time, not because they were weak, but because they chose silence over glory. This is the story of Memorath, a name nearly erased, a city known not for how it rose, but for how it disappeared. Memorath did not fall to fire or invasion. It vanished without siege, without collapse, because its people decided it should. At dawn, its towers caught the first light of day. Guardians watched a city already complete, unaware that perfection would soon demand a price. Water flowed from distant mountains into stone channels, feeding homes, markets, and gardens. Proof that order, once mastered, reshapes the land itself. Within its libraries rested knowledge from 100 kingdoms, ideas traded freely, studied carefully, and preserved with a discipline few civilizations achieved. And then the questions began, not whispered in fear, but spoken aloud by those who understood history too well. What if being remembered was humanity's greatest curse? What if legacy ensured repetition of cruelty, of domination, of ruin? They studied history's monuments, structures raised by brilliance and paid for by generations of suffering beneath them. For 3 years, Memorath debated its own fate. In open forums, every voice was heard, from the powerful to the forgotten. Mothers asked what memory would give their children. Was remembrance protection or an invitation for future violence? Architects pleaded for endurance, to teach future generations, to let their works guide humanity forward rather than vanish. The question was simple. The answer was not. In the end, the city chose erasure together. The high priestess read the decree aloud, not as a sentence, but as a release. From legacy, from shadow, from pride. This was not destruction, it was trust. That humanity could rediscover truth without inheriting their power. Stones were placed gently back into the earth. Nothing smashed, nothing burned in anger. Only careful hands undoing what they once built. Their knowledge was given away without credit or claim. The ideas survived. Only the name of their makers was removed. Families left together, not in panic, but in silence. A city walking away from itself, step by measured step. Time reclaimed the valley. Grass broke stone. Roots split foundations, and the land forgot what humans once demanded of it. No conquest records remained. No destruction accounts survived. Only a blank space where certainty should have been. Centuries later, fragments surfaced from the earth. Not ruins, but warnings carved by hands that wanted to be unheard. The inscription read, "Do not remember us." A request, not a command, and a final act of restraint.